Hopefully
So,
that doesn't make a difference.
yeah, because
Oh,
everyone here is a panelist.
okay. I'm just looking here. Okay.
Hmm.
So Zoom and phone calls. Yes. Yes. Um, that is a way to reach out. Yeah. I've become very tech savvy now. I thought I was before, but I learned quickly that I wasn't. So, yeah. Okay, you're flying in December no matter what. Okay, just make sure you have an N95 PM. If you don't, I will find one for you. And wear glasses. Yes. Where do I get? I'll bring one to your house. I'll actually put it in the bag and throw it on your front porch because I know you're not letting anybody in your house, Pam. So my husband actually ordered some N95 and it took 2 months to get here.
Wow.
And I'm not. I think is it 3M? The company who actually make them. I think he
I
was
think
able to order
so.
some. Hmm.
They've been
Yeah,
out for a while.
yeah, which is
Um,
understandable because of the hospital workers do need them.
right, right. And when everything happened, there was just people were getting like an abundant amount, so
Right.
that even Amazon after a while was kind of like didn't even have any that you can order. So with that being said, Chevelle, do you want to go into some of the things that we can do to try to make time for self-care and what that could look like?
Yeah. You know, I actually wrote an article on my LinkedIn about self-care because of dealing with COVID and how I was feeling. Sometimes I just felt that I was being pulled in so many different directions.
Hmm.
And, like I was saying that we have the fear of going out because of this COVID world. So I think, here's a couple things I think we can do because we only can do what's in our control. A lot of time anxiety is created because things are out of our control. So what we can do for ourselves is creating a schedule. Working from home, in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, work from home. And then you have the TV, then you have your phone, then you see some dishes and some clothes. You're like, wait, I got to do this. So I think what I have done is created a schedule for myself. So
Hmm.
even though I'm not driving, getting up, driving, um, I still don't do my hair. I did my hair for you guys, but I created a schedule. I get up at the same time I would normally get up if I was driving to work. I actually change my clothes, and even though I don't put dress clothes on, I still get up and change my clothes and not have pajamas on all day. But I try to create something within my control, something, to get me going. I look forward to. I know that I'm gonna have lunch between 12 and 1. And then as for me, because my daughter is home, her lunch is also 12 to 1. So we have lunch together. I think that would be helpful. Exercise routine. I believe here gyms have reopened. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not going to the gym. I have a Y membership, but the Y will not see me, but I will continue to pay. I will support them in that way. I'm not going to the gym. I'm still, dealing with the my feeling towards COVID, but you can go for
Hmm.
a walk. That's free. Nature is free. And I like to say that taking a walk is another form of a free antidepressant.
Hmm.
um, because when you putting your body into motion, when you're walking, when you're being out in nature, that is increasing endorphins in your body. That changes your mood and it builds the happy hormones because we do have happy dopamine. I'm getting technical here, but dopamine hormones, and it makes us feel good.
Hmm.
So, having that exercise routine, taking a walk, I've seen, I mean, it's unbelievable on my street, which is a dead end. So usually we only see people who live on it, but I'm seeing families I've never seen before in my life. And I'm like, where are they coming from? They're going for a walk. I'm like telling my daughter, hey, you know this kid? She's like, yeah, they go to my school. I didn't know they lived over here. But it's
You're
just
actually
getting
starting to meet
out.
your neighbors now.
Right, right. Because for a minute there, I was like, were they trying to scope our house out to rob us? No, but it's just, people are taking advantage of it. So I think that's something we can do. You can social distance walking. When I go walking, I don't wear a mask. I live near a greenway, so in back of my house, I actually can be in nature, and I can tell you, for a moment, it feels like it's normal.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
feels like it feel like it's what is it? What was it? 2019. I had to think of the year.
A
It's like, when did this
pre-COVID
start?
year.
Pre-COVID year. That's how it felt. So I encourage you to go out, even if it's just walking from one end of the street to the other end,
Hmm.
even if you had to do that a couple of times, or driving to a park and walking around a lake. I love water. Can't swim, but I love water, you know. But just being out in nature, that can be very helpful. One of the things Kai even encouraged me to do is a meditation app. Do you have any meditation apps that you suggest? I have to look
Yes,
on my phone. Let me look
I
on my phone.
do. So the one app that I use is called Insight Timer. I
Okay.
love Insight Timer. There's a host of different meditation teachers. There's free who provide free meditation guides. Yes, Pam said Calm. Calm is one as well.
Yes.
Another popular one. Another popular one is Headspace.
Mhm.
But for me, Insight Timer. There's a lot of great, like I said, meditation teachers on there. If you do not want a meditation teacher and you just want to time your meditation, you can do that. And it's also a little bit of a community. I can see if I can try to pull it up where people can actually follow you. Hopefully that
Mhm.
doesn't sound creepy, but people, you go to the meditation app. So
Yeah,
this is
because I don't know. That might freak me out
Insight
though.
Timer. I know, right? Because what happens is, so after you meditate, if
Mhm.
somebody else is meditating with you at the same time, you can that person can send you like a little message on your through the app and say, "Hey, we just
Right.
meditated together." Which when I first saw it, I was like, "This is weird," but
Because I don't know you.
right, I don't know you like that, but it's kind of cool. So you can have a little alert. The other thing, I can't compare it to too much to Calm. I did use Calm for a little bit, but I have not used Headspace, so I cannot compare this app to Headspace. But I will say with Insight Timer, the other cool thing that you can do is it shows the consecutive days that you've been meditating, and so that can
Oh,
help
okay.
also, right? So if you want to kind of like make sure that I try Headspace, but I prefer Calm. Yeah, there's a lot of those are the ones that come to mind. I know there's so many more. If you go to your whether it's I don't know if it's iTunes, I don't know what you would go to if you have an iPhone, but for Android, all I know is about Android. You can
Right.
go to Google Play and you can find different apps there. But I like that it does kind of track when you are to show your consecutive days, and then if you miss a day, I don't know, it kind of gives you that incentive, like, oh, I don't want to miss a day. It kind of makes you challenge yourself to make sure that you're
Right.
scheduling time for your meditation app or to meditate. And I wanted to say the one thing about the schedule, if I could.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this, I told you, I was like, this was a big one for me. This helped me get my mind together. 'Cause I thought I was
Guys,
all
wait
over the
till you
place.
hear this.
Yeah,
Just
I become like a drill sergeant. So I just felt all over the place. And I was like, I feel like I had a lot to do and I just wasn't really getting things, I wasn't being efficient at all.
mhm.
And so like when so like Chevelle said, like I would see the clothes, I'm like, okay, I gotta wash clothes. And then I would see, I was like, okay, I should, and then I would feel guilty when I was doing like non-housework. So I was like, oh, I
Mhm.
should be washing dishes. And I'd be washing dishes. Then while I'm washing dishes, I'm like, oh, I didn't even send out that email yet. I gotta go sit. Like I was just all over the place. So I put together a schedule and I try to do it by the book. So it got to the point where doing my fiance, so I'm like, I put together the schedule. I got to make sure I stick to it. I have to discipline myself. He's like, oh, okay. And I was like, so between 9:30 and 11, I am responding to emails. I will cook lunch at 11, between 11 and 1 o'clock. That's our lunchtime. It was like, Oh boy. Okay.
How
So
you're not hungry, and what happened if you're not hungry until 1:30? I don't know. Guess
so
you won't be
at
eating,
one
huh?
point, well, every man for himself. So, but then it was helpful even for because he's also working from home, which is new for him as well. So he has me as an entrepreneur, my schedule is different, right? So I had to make sure that I don't get lost down the rabbit hole of social media. So I was like, I have to stick to this. So it's so funny. The other day, he's like, so it's about 4:30. Where is this on your schedule? What are you doing around this? I was like, well, it is 4:30, so I am. And it just helped me stay so much more organized. And for if anybody is, and I know Shevel also an entrepreneur, it just helps me maintain balance and also take myself seriously as an entrepreneur because like I'm accountable to myself, I'm accountable to my time, and to make sure that I can start checking stuff off and getting it done. Um, so the schedule has been very helpful to me. You don't have to be as
You're welcome.
um, I'm not, you don't have to be as much of a drill sergeant as I have turned into. But it has
She
been
really didn't
helpful.
tell you her. You have to really hear her whole schedule. I just tickled inside when she told me.
Yeah, so here we go. Wake up in the morning. I do my meditation, my sunrise meditation from 6:30 to 7:30. 7:30 to 8:30 yoga or some type of physical activity. 8:30 to 9 cooking breakfast, eat. Then at 9:30 to 11 or 11:30 emails, work, Instagram, social media. Then prepare lunch. Cook, eat lunch or whatever. That should be over by 1:30 or 2. From 2 to 4:30 business, emails, social media, what have you. Stop at 4:30, start to cook dinner. Dinner should be done cooked by 5:30ish. Then and sometimes even eating. And then 6:30, no. What did I say? 5:30. Then 6 to 7 possibly business stuff. Then 7:30. Wait till you start drinking wine. And so I have it in my head. Then
I don't know
7:30
what time that is.
right now. But I do. So I don't want to bore you with all that if I said it's whole thing. But basically I did that. And another thing is I told you about to help me do that is to also make sure I'm getting in bed at a decent hour because I would be up till late doing work emails. And then the next day I would be exhausted. So I had to set up a time where I was like, no, and I had books that I wanted to read. I wasn't reading those. So I had to set up boundaries for myself. And so it's like,
I would I chuckled when she would send me an email. It'll be 12:30 a.m. I'm like, oh girl, you were busy, weren't you?
right,
I was in
yeah,
La La Land.
right. So yeah, so having a schedule that can just help out so much. And it also can make sure you're getting stuff done. Like within that block
Right.
of time, maybe you put your like a to-do list together. And not that it overwhelms you, but I think having that schedule can hopefully make it so you don't feel overwhelmed because it's like, okay, I can do that at some point during the week. So
Hmm.
cheers.
Yes. Yeah, no, but we all need schedules. I mean, and
Yeah.
some of us is more stern with their schedule than others, but we all need schedules. And that's a good thing. If that help you not to feel all over the place, if that works for you.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention is adult coloring.
Oh
And
yeah.
some people might find this elementary, but it really works. Um, you know, about what was it? I've been in North Carolina for about 6 years now. Prior to that, I was a therapist. So I did a lot of group therapy. I did educations every night. And the education, I was a substance use therapist. So not only you're addressing addiction, we're addressing how to add positive things into your social life, because when you're using, you have, your world revolve around that. So I will do a lot of things to help people, like when you're by yourself, because sometimes being lonely can cause people to use, you know,
Right.
and or being lonely, being upset, all of our emotions can cause a person to use. So one of the things that I did was adult coloring. I actually would get these nice I think it's called Celtic coloring pages, and we would spend an entire hour coloring. And you should see, like, I used to work with New York State Parole, and the guys would look at me like, I am not coloring. And I always would say, you know what, try it before you deny it. Think about all the things you've tried in your life you probably shouldn't have, but just try this and see if it works out for you. And it actually, it is coming. um Even if you remember a long time ago as a kid, how you would sit in color, and how it you were in your own Crayola world. So I would suggest that also another way of self-care, is to color, maybe to journal, read books. Those are things you're taking care of yourself. You're not focusing on the news, because the news can be so depressing. The radio now is even depressing, because you have to listen to all of these political ads before you can hear your music. So I just choose to turn it off completely. But think of things like that. And sometimes small little things can go way further than something you think huge. And all of these things we're talking about is free. Creating a schedule for yourself is free. Exercise routine, walking in nature is free. Meditation app, you go to your phone, is free. You can even go to YouTube. That's free. Adult coloring, you can go to the dollar store actually, or online. I think um I'm going to look and see if I have any left. And if I do, I will email it out as a takeaway for you guys, um, because those things are very helpful. Just try it. I would put it that way. It worked for my patients when I did it with them. It worked for me. I do color with my daughter. So try it and see if it helps.
Another thing that I'm starting, it's probably not free, but I have seen, remember, there used to be like those paint and sips. I have seen some artists that are doing that virtually,
Oh,
where you can have like a paint and sip virtual party. So
mhm.
maybe that's a way, like, I don't know if it's on Zoom, but maybe that's a way just to kind of have fun, and just kind of enjoy a night, maybe have a little beverage with you, and and just have, and just enjoy something that, although would be typically done with like your friends going to a location, but maybe doing it virtually. So there are some things that typically we were doing in person that have now gone virtual, that maybe is
Mhm.
something that you should try and see if that's another way that you can just kind of have a good time and enjoy. The one thing I did want to mention when Chevelle was saying walking outside, one thing that I would always do is bring my earplugs. And I would listen to like a book on tape or something like that. And I was telling Chevelle about it. She's like, why don't you just go without your headphones? And I was like, do what? Why would I go walking without? Like, that was such a
No,
foreign concept.
no.
And I did
She was
it.
actually no, she was actually doing
I
work
I
on
was
her
doing.
phone walking. I mean, I know you can multitask, but come on. That's how you can
It's
end up
true.
in a tree. You can end up falling into water or
Right. It's true.
yeah.
Like, Chanel, I'm currently in a ditch. I will send this email once I get out. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's true. So I'm listening to a book on tape, sending emails or making notes about stuff. And she's like, why don't you just stop and make that walk for you? And I was just like, what? Like, what do you, that made me uncomfortable. But I was like, you know what? I'll do it in stages. But what she said, so what I did was, instead of just not bring my headphones, first I started by not doing work. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do work. And every time I felt the need to to send an email to Chevelle. I said, I got this idea. I was like, nope, this is your walk. And so that was extremely helpful. And then when she said about not wearing your headphones, I still would bring my headphones, and then I would say to myself, okay, part of my walk, I'm not going to wear the headphones. And so that was just my way of gradually introducing something new. And when I tell you, when I did that, I was like, wow, I never noticed that tree before. There was so many things I didn't notice because I had my headphones in and I was listening to something else. But when she gave me that wonderful advice, I was able to really enjoy what I was around, because like I also have a greenway by where I live, and I was actually able to enjoy it and not just like, let me walk through this while I'm listening to something. I can say, oh wow, listen to the birds. I can hear the water. So I do recommend, that advice that Chevelle gave to me. That was awesome advice.
Yeah, I actually did that with my daughter. She is addicted to her iPhone. And wherever she goes, including the bathroom, she takes her iPhone. So, one of the things I wanted to do when school completely shut down to get her outside, I said, let's go for a walk. And she usually would take her phone and what do you call it? Snapchat. I'm walking, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God, you gotta tell everybody what we're doing, right? So one day I said, you're not taking your phone. Why? You get all these attitudes. Ugh. I'm like,
I
no,
think
I want you
Lolita
to,
reacted the same way.
but I was like, I said, I'm not even taking my phone. So listen what she says. Well, how if something happened, there's an emergency. And I said, you know what you would do? Because when I was a kid, you know what I had to do? I had to go knock on somebody's door. I said, so if something happened, run to a neighbor and knock on the door, but we'll be fine. And we actually walked. And when we got back home, she said, I actually enjoyed that. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, what did you enjoy? She said, I actually just enjoy walking and talking with you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think, we have to sometimes we're so in a rush to get things done, we miss the experience. And I think, this is the positive glimpse of COVID, um, for us to actually, take time and really, try to look at, um, oh, that's okay. I'm sorry, I was reading the text. I am not a multitasker. I used to be, but when I turned 40, who child, that went out the window. But but I think, just take time to in the present, like enjoy what you're doing when you're doing it. And I think that's part of what's missed in our life. We're so quick
Mm-hmm.
to get to point A to point B to point C to point D. We miss everything in between. Um,
Right.
yeah, who said was that? I'm thinking of me walking alone. Yeah, you walking alone because you choose to? Are you fearful that you're walking alone? I'm reading someone's question here. Because, again, I do understand, um, I do take my phone with me when I go walking, if I'm walking alone, just in case if I have to. I tell you, I have a wilderness in my backyard. Um, yes, I wouldn't walk alone without my phone. Yes, definitely, because we also have to be reasonable and think about the world we live in today. And
Mm-hmm.
so, no, I would walk with my phone. I would encourage you not to put earbuds in. I would encourage you to not to, um, um, you know, Google or something like that while you're walking. Yeah. That's the only thing is I just want to get people in the mindset of enjoying in the moment, enjoy those small things. Because what I can tell you, we miss so much
Yeah.
today because of of that instant gratification, that cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I can I guarantee you, if I picked up my laptop and went downstairs, you would see four people sitting on either the couch or the chair or the table, and they all have their phone in front of them going like this. And
Yeah.
sometimes I sit back and like, come on, guys, you're wasting a lot of time. And another thing, what I do, when I do go camping with my Girl Scout troop, I tell them they can't bring their phones. And again, you're dealing with, a bunch of 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls. They're like, oh, wow. But I can guarantee you, when we're done, they actually say, Miss Chevelle, I enjoyed that, because they actually had to pay attention to each other. They didn't have,
Mhm.
again, the Snapchat and whatever else, Facebook and Instagram and all the other
Right.
things. What's the other, TikTok and all of that?
Mhm.
Just enjoy that moment, and you can never get those back. That's the
Right.
thing. A moment is a moment, and is a moment for a reason.
Mhm.
So you can't recreate those things. It just happens. Um, I didn't know what a cell phone was until I was 12. Well, Pam, guess what? 5-year-olds have cell phones now. You go to kindergarten class and you see them with their cell, and now it's cell phones. They got iPhones. They got phones more expensive than what I have, and I work. So it's just like, do your parents want to adopt me? But no. Yeah, so I just think, and that's and what we're doing, like what Kai and I decided to do with this wellness happy hour, because we know
Mhm.
what happy hour is. I always say this, it's happy hour somewhere in the world, but
Mhm.
I think this is an opportunity. It gave us an opportunity to think about how we can reach out to people, because if we're feeling this way, we know other people are feeling this way. So,
Right.
I enjoy this, um, I'm not just being silly. This is actually me. Kai can tell you this.
Mhm.
And I don't even have alcohol, girl. Wait till you see me with alcohol, you know?
So next time.
So next time I'm gonna have my, but actually last time I did have some wine. But no, I have water tonight. Someone said, can we do this every night? Oh, Pam, do you know how many committees I would have to quit if I did this every night, Pam? But I just think, when are we gonna make the announcement about what we're gonna do? Are we gonna do that tonight?
Yes, what we're gonna do for next time, and then we have the giveaway. I have.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm trying not to say it without saying it. The
okay.
next platform of this.
Oh yes, yes, we'll
Okay,
announce that tonight.
okay, okay. Just okay. So
Um,
okay,
so do you want to do the? We can announce that and then do the giveaway.
okay. So next time,
Mhm.
am I going to announce what we're doing next time? Right, October
Yes,
27th. Um, our topic will be how to create a at-home retreat, which is kind of cool, because we
hmm,
all need to get away, but we can't get away because of COVID. So you know what? Since we can't go to the retreat, we're gonna bring the retreat to us. So we're gonna
yes.
talk about how to do that. And here's the news: we're going live. We're gonna go live, Facebook, YouTube, whatever other social media. I don't know what it is, but it's something. We're gonna be live. So it won't just be, you don't have to register, right, Kai?
No, so the great thing about this, and I will put in the box here, if you go to Chevelle's Facebook, which is Ursula, do you want to put your Facebook page? So
Oh,
if
what
you
is
go to
it?
her
I
Facebook
have to look it
page
up.
or my Facebook page, you'll be able to join us for a virtual live happy hour. And the reason why we wanted to do it this way is just to make it even more accessible to everyone. And what's even better, this way that you'll know of other events that we'll have going on and you can join them, whether it be a training. I do yoga. I have like a yoga session coming up next week. And that's if you're interested in yoga and astrology, that's the type of sessions that I offer. So
Hmm.
I'll be doing that next, let's see, October 1st is the full moon. So I'll be doing something then like a yoga session and just, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Chevelle also has the trainings that she's gonna be doing. And then her and I do a lot of joint events in which we combine like that mental health aspect and yoga therapy. So it's just a great way to just kind of keep a pulse on everything that we have going on. It's live, you can still comment, you can still join in the conversation. And it's just gonna be a lot of fun. And that way, you can also, because right now when we do the events, if someone misses it, that's it. So now people will be able to look at the events and you can tag your friends, tag your family members, so that way they can join in the conversation. So looking forward to that, and we will be sending out the details on that as well.
Yes. So this again, I am not a how can I say this? Tech person. I can type a paper, I can fax, I can, but so this will be a new adventure for me, learning how to do this. And I think it's awesome because, we hopefully we can reach more people
Mhm.
all over, not just in our local area, I mean all over. Um Pam said, great. I was so upset that I missed the last happy hour. Yes. And what was our last topic? Hi, my mind.
I think it was your inner child. Was it how to
Yes, healing your inner child.
inner
That was
child?
pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. So, and then this time COVID, dealing with COVID, and next time retreat. We're gonna bring the retreat home since we
Yes.
can't go out.
Right, exactly. And so we'll show you guys some fun ways that you can, like Chevelle said, you can bring a retreat home and make it fun and also get other folks involved in a safe way. So with
Yeah.
that being said, do you want me to pull from we have a
Now, how
giveaway
are we gonna
tonight.
do this? Do they have to be present?
Yes, so
Okay.
everyone who registered for the event, their names are in this little bucket. And I will pull from here. If I pull a name and the person is not here, then they miss out. Yep.
Can I say something really quick? I forgot. We're gonna do retreat at home. What we're gonna talk about, I didn't talk about the topics.
Oh,
Did you want me
yes,
to talk
sorry, go
about?
ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, making meditation oil. I think
Ooh,
that'd be cool. And making soap. That's my specialty. Side note, I had a company called Sanaa Natural Products. I still have it, but I do local craft shows, and I make soap. So we'll talk about that. Maybe I even give you a recipe. Maybe that'll be a takeaway.
ooh.
And then we're going to talk about foods that can help you relax. Does that include wine?
To
Hi.
me, it does.
Okay, there. So,
Wine is a part of the food groups.
okay, yes, yes, it's a fruit. There you go. It's a fruit. Yes,
So every
grapes.
day, eat your fruits or drink your fruit.
Thank you.
But
Pam says Chevelle is the most talented woman I've ever met. Well, thank you.
right, if you ever want to be like, I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Ask Chevelle, she's like, oh yeah, so I did that 5 years ago. I'm like, oh, so that's not a new child. I did that. Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna just stop asking.
Trust me, there's a lot of things I haven't done, but
But
this is
yes, very
my belief.
talented.
This is my mantra. I do not want to be on my dying bed and say, I wonder what would have happened if I would have tried. I wonder what would have
Right,
happened if I didn't do. So even if I try to do something and I don't succeed, at least I tried. So
right.
that's how I try to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk more next time on bringing the retreat home, and
Yes.
remember to bring your wine because that is part of the food group. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm really excited about the meditation oils because I
Yeah.
found some really great recipes. So I look forward to sharing that with you all. Okay.
Yes.
So I have everyone's name. Again, if I pick a name and the person is not here, then I go to the next one. So hopefully we're not going to be here all night. It's going to be midnight. I'm going to still be pulling people out. Is Sue here?
Sue? Sue? 3 more seconds? Sue?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sue
Okay.
ain't here.
Everybody gets a
Bye,
giveaway.
Sue.
All right. Sandy. Sandy. Is Sandy? Oh, Sandy's here.
Is she? Hey, Sandy, put something in. Can you type something? Can you say something
I see
in
your
the
name,
box?
Sandy. I see you're on mute. Can you unmute? Oh, she unmuted. Oh, there we go. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, I'm muted. Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So you are the winner. This is our first giveaway.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to
Yes,
be
we're gonna
sending
put you
you.
on our virtual poster board. We're gonna put Stu up there as the first person.
Great. Oh, perfect. I haven't used shampoo in weeks. That's perfect. Okay.
So we have your email address, so we'll be sending that to you, our little giveaway, our way of saying thank you for allowing us to just have a good time tonight, talk about healing, wellness, and just have fun with it and share our stories. And hopefully that you found this helpful tonight.
Oh, it was great. Wow. It was wonderful. Thanks so much.
You are welcome. And so, we will announce when there will be a giveaway. So there won't be a giveaway all the time, but we'll announce when there will be one. So make sure you join and so make sure you join and yeah, and then we'll have more. We have a lot of fun activities coming up. So we're looking forward to it.
We even are starting to prepare what we're going to start for next year. So that's how far in advance. And I think you're going to have fun. No. I know you're going to have fun. There, I'm going to claim it. I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere. You're going to have fun. Let's see. Is she doing prep for her? Oh, good thing I stopped saying that because you told me not to read it out loud.
So with that being said, guys, we wrap it up tonight.
Yes.
So if anybody has any other comments, anything that they want to share, if not, we've hit the 8 o'clock mark.
Yes.
And so we will be here October 22nd, I think. That's the Thursday. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come. And who knows, maybe there's a giveaway, maybe not. But either way, you'll have a good time.
And it'll be live.
And we'll be live.
Yeah. Thank you. And I want everyone to stay safe. And I look forward to virtually meeting with you, bonding with you next time.
For sure.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Awesome. Oh, and there's takeaways. I forgot. So Chevel's going to be emailing out the takeaways that we discussed tonight. So that way you'll have that. So that way you can kind of apply what we've been talking about today.
Yes. Hopefully that will go out. Maybe not tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to go to dinner, shower.
I was not on the schedule. That was not on the schedule to go out tonight.
I will do it tomorrow. You will get a takeaway tomorrow. So it's going to be coming from me, and it will be under addiction prevention. That's my company's name. It should say Shevel Mavens too. I can't remember which one it says. Once 8 o'clock hit, my brain starts to shut down, but I will send it out to you guys tomorrow. So look forward to seeing that.
All right. Bye, guys. You have a great night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.